here's the setup. Doesn't need to be anything fancy. Just needs to be something that, you know, is flat, wide enough to hold a drone, and a couple cameras, whatever else you want to do with this. And you want to be sure that it's nice and stable. So I have mine just a sheet of, you know, kind of particle board here on top of an old fire pit. You can use a bench or anything else like that. But the main key to this is you need something that's not going to slip. You don't want something that the drone will slip on when you're attempting to do this kind of launch. So what I have here is just a mouse pad. This is, it's upside down, so the rubberized side, the side that typically would be touching the tabletop, is facing up. And then you have to keep in mind all the wind that you're going to be generating from, you know, the props. So you want to tape everything down that can possibly move, you know, tape it down. I just got some simple gaffer's tape here, but duct tape will do. Just every little area, you know, cameras, I was knocking cameras over, you'll see some of the footage of that, and just tape it down if in doubt. But you want to be sure that the point where the frame of the drone is going to be making contact with this mat, make sure you don't have any tape there, because the tape could be, you know, slipperier. I made a point to have the frame of the drone touching, you know, the rubberized portion of this mat. And you kind of want to set the drone down like this near the edge and just use your hand to rock it forward and get a feel for where it's going to be once you start, you know, going vertical with your drone. So the next key part of this is you want to play with your props a little bit here to be sure that when they spin that they're not going to be, you know, hitting anything at the edge of, you know, the table or whatever it is that you're on. And do both, and then without moving the drone, once you're, you know, free and clear, gently rock it back into place and have it sitting on its battery or the bottom of your frame, however your drone is kind of put together. Once you have your drone in position on the mat or whatever it is that you're going to be taking off from, and you're sure that the props are, you know, free of obstructions and everything's good to go, taped down and all that, you want to grab your RC. I have the TBS Tango 2 Pro here. Any RC that's in mode 2, this will apply for. So what you want to do is get your drone armed. So the props are spinning, you know, it's sitting on the mat ready for takeoff, props are spinning, and you do not want to touch your throttle. So stay away from throttle until, you know, later on when you're actually ready to launch. When you're ready to get the drone, you know, into that vertical launch position, all you want to do is gently push up here on the pitch. So that's the right stick, and I mean gently. So you're going to be slowly going, and you'll see in your DVR feed, you know, the drone will start to move, and once it starts getting into position, you're slowly pushing up on your pitch, the drone will slowly start, you know, doing this kind of motion here, because what you're doing is you're spinning up your rear props like you're going to be doing a front flip. Once you make that contact with the edge of whatever you're taking off from, you're going to kind of feel it, and then keep going a little bit more, only pushing up on that right stick, the pitch, and then you'll continue to see more of the ground, because, you know, your FPV camera, your DVR camera is going to be facing downward. And once you get a feel that you're looking straight down or pretty close to it, what you want to do is lay off the pitch. So get off of the right stick and then just punch the throttle straight up. So it's the left stick going straight up, and you'll, you know, take off. You don't want to do pitch and throttle at the same time, or else you're going to do a front flip at ground level. That will be bad. So to kind of show you what that looks like, from, you know, your arming position, taking it back here, you're going to slowly push up on pitch. I would keep your left hand on the throttle just so you're ready to punch it when that time comes. You're going to feel when your drone makes contact with the edge. You're going to keep going a little bit more, and once you're ready and you feel like you're as vertical as you want to go, lay off the pitch entirely and punch up on the throttle in that same kind of motion. So up on throttle, or I'm sorry, up on pitch, just like that, and then you're punching it. And, you know, of course, be ready to stand by for any kind of correction that you may need to do after you punch it. If you go really truly vertical like this and you kind of overshoot your pitch, you don't want to, you know, do this and then come straight down. So try to keep it, maybe do a couple where you're launching a little prematurely here before you go for that true vertical, because you can damage your drone or other stuff around you, people, whatever. So just be careful with that. give it some practice. It really wasn't as hard as I thought it would be, and it was a lot of fun. So good luck out there launching your drone off of an edge like this.